Hello everyone. I have decided to do a social experiment and let you, as an audience, ask my friend Lukas and whoever these peasants are questions. Oh, and myself too, I suppose. I hope that these questions teach me how to be more social. XKEclipsedLightxx asks, Midnight, give me your mashed potato recipe.
Excuse me, that's a secret. You are all allowed to come over and get some, though. I love company. Please, I'm so lonely. Lukas never wants to hang out with me.
Savage Kigu asks me, Hey Moss, if you were given the ability to feel emotions, would you accept it? No, emotions are stupid. WinterlessShire asks a few questions, the first one being for Shard. Oh goodness. I am not reading this first one. Take it, Shard. WinterlessShire asks me, Why did you stab me with your cheek fluff during our wedding? What does this mean? I have not been married to anyone. Certainly not someone with the name WinterlessShire. Think you may be mistaking me with someone else with long cheek fur. That is, if there is such a person. Give those back, Shard. You are not stealing my experiment. Go back to your other experiments. Other experiments? What are you talking about?
Everyone thinks that you experiment on people in your basement.
That is not what I do in my basement.
Sure.
Next question is for Lukas.
Ooh, give me that.
Huh.
WinterlessShire asks, what do you plan to do now you have your powers? Are you not worried that someone is going to find out? I want to cure all these Crimson Eyes by taking their powers and saving this kingdom. As far as someone finds out, well, I mean, I'm keeping it as a secret for now, but if someone finds out, I get bragging rights. So it wouldn't be too bad. It just might mean Mom kills me.
Give those back, Lukas. The next question is for me, from this winter again, who asks, Moss, do you have any desires or goals as of now? You haven't expressed anything in that regard quite yet. I have goals, not desires. My goal is to become a political leader of some kind, so I may implement laws that will protect and regulate a successful society. I think that my time with commoners will help influence these so that they are fair to all cats and not just nobles. Last question from Winter is for Midnight. Midnight, did you tell Lukas any stories when he was little, such as Santa won't come until you are sound asleep, or the boogeyman will come for you if you misbehave?
Not really. Oh, I did tell him to sleep tight or the bedbugs will bite. He would scream and cry and be paranoid of bedbugs, so I eventually stopped doing that.
Hey! No, I didn't!
Oh, it's okay, honey. Bedbugs are scary.
The next question is to Sirus from Happytexans 7, who asks, What is your favorite kind of berry?
That's like asking me to choose between two of my children. I love them all.
The next question to Lukas is from Happy again, who asks, What made you decide on the name Thunder so quickly?
Well, I was just so cool that I came up with it on the spot. I found my little lightning power, so I was like, I am the thunder to the lightning.
Okay. Next question before Lukas goes on an egotistical monologue for the 15th time today. This question is from Happy again to Opal, which reads, You okay, bro? You seem stressed, open parenthesis. Lukas, this question confuses me. Why are there these misplaced punctuation marks? Right there.
It's a sad face.
Oh, that is strange.
Well, to answer the question, I'm fine. I'm just a bit shy talking to new people, but I'm kind of forcing myself to, which is a bit stressful.
Next question is from Randomonium, who asks Jasmine, What is it like working with Queen Hazel? Look at this, Lukas. There are a pair of eyeballs attached to the message. Right there.
It's called an emoji.
Are you sure it is not a threat?
Yes?
Well, allow me to answer the question. I am honored to be a guard for Hazel. She's a very loving and caring queen who is incredibly productive. She's a very honorable queen to be working under. I admire her a lot.
Next question is from XKEclipsedLightxx again, to Andesite. How can I learn to be as hip with the kids as you are?
Oh, hip with the kids. Honestly, I have no idea what I'm doing here. I was frozen for centuries and all these weird friends, and it's very loud here too. Anyway, it honestly makes no sense to me, these trends and everything else. I couldn't tell you what's going on, but the Urban Dictionary kind of helps.
You and myself both. I have not even been frozen, however. Next question is also from Eclipse to Queen Hazel. How does it feel having one of your kids wanting to kill you? Where did you go wrong?
I don't know. I tried my best, but both of them came out terrifying. Is my damn bloodline cursed? Children are demons.
Or you are just a bad mother.
Hey, I'm trying my best. You don't have to run a kingdom on the side of being a mother.
Next question from Eclipse to Lukas. Oh, the first part of this question is a demand for you to shut up, Lukas.
Hey!
The question reads as follows. How are you after being dissected and having your organs harvested? D. Oh no, I think this is another emoji.
Oh, you're talking about that Valentine's video? That wasn't canon, thank goodness. Hopefully Shard wouldn't actually harvest my organs.
Oh, that sounds like a great idea. Thank you, Lukas. Next question from Eclipse is to me. Why do you even care to try being friendly if you feel nothing, huh? I do not care to be friendly, but it will get me a bit closer to my goal, so I do it. It is not like it matters anyway, what I do or do not. In the end, nothing matters.
You good?
I am a relatively moral cat considering my lack of empathy, yes. Next question from Eclipse again, to Flare. Get some eye drops, man.
My eyes are fine. They're just sensitive. Okay, fine. Maybe I'll get some.
Next question from Eclipse is to Cedar. What is it like being friends with a druggie? Cough, Sirus, cough. I do not know why there's coughing between the text, but we shall ignore that.
Oh, I mean, he's my friend. Sometimes I gotta tell him to maybe take it easy on the berries, but sometimes it's fun to take a few berries with him.
You two are stupid. Next question from Eclipse is to Sirus. Can you punt Lukas for me? Thanks, Tilde. Oh my, I do not suggest violence. Shard has finally stopped chasing the poor child with the chainsaw.
Sure, I'll punt him.
Do not.
You can't stop me! Let go of me, damn it!
Next question from Eclipse is to Midnight. You're the coolest mom. Just wanted to say that, lol. I do not know what lol means, but I am going to ignore that.
Oh, thank you. I certainly try my best. Yeah.
Next question from Eclipse is to Igneous. Oh, it is actually a demand for Igneous to perish.
Never. Hey, what are you
Fuck that bitch.
Next question is from Stdwproductions to Shard. Shard, what are you planning in that basement? A zombie apocalypse. Cloning. In all capitals, blood magic. Actually, I am planning Spoilers. Oh. Next question is from Blizzard Wolf, who asks Shard, if you have been paying attention to the server, then you know you have been shipped with Kiwi. How do you feel about this? That is quite idiotic. I do not feel anything about it, as I do not feel. However, I will have you know that I have no intention of marrying a simple nobleman. Next question from Blizzard Wolf is to me. How do you feel about Lukas truly? Is he a friend or just a pawn you are using? Well, he is actually classified information. Oh, well then, next question. Next question from Blizzard Wolf is to Hazel. How do you feel now that Maple is dead? Are you happy that you aren't dead instead?
This might sound awful, but I'm more glad to be alive. If she was just a traitor, then I do not care much for her death. She did not grow up here. We thought she was dead for a while. She returned wanting to steal my crown. I do not have any sympathy for her.
Next question from Blizzard Wolf is to Shard. Why and how are your cheek fluffs the way they are? I do not understand the question of my cheek fur. This is how they have naturally grown. Cease talk of my cheek fur, commoners. Next question is from Dan Deceiver to Midnight. On a scale of 1 out of 10, how much do you love your son?
About a 1.
Wait, what?
100. I love you, sweetie.
Oh, thank goodness. You too, Mom. Bitch.
Before this gets sappy, the next question from Blizzard is to Midnight. What happened when Lukas was climbing on the walls? You climbed on walls, Lukas.
I didn't. Mom always says I did.
Oh, you did, sweetie. I can't say anything, though. Wait for episode 7.
Next question is from Stdwproductions to Shard. If you enter a small door, how do you get through with your long cheek fluff? Do you store knives in them? Doors in the palace are quite large and are typically open but guarded. If I went through a small doorway, however, my cheek fur would just bend, obviously. I do not store knives in them. Actually, that is not a bad idea. Next question is for Cedar from Guna_knows. How the hell are you still friends with Sirus? Back to small letters. I kinda think you deserve better.
Hey, he's pretty chill if he likes you. Sure, he likes barely anyone, but he's my friend and I care about him.
Next question is from Guno again, who asks Velvet, what will you do now that you're free from the force field?
I've got many plans.
Next question is from Venfae and asks Hazel, on a scale from 1 to 10, how stressful is it running your kingdom?
It is a pretty stressful job, and something that requires my full attention. I tend to immerse myself in my work, so much so that I get caught up in it and forget almost everything else. It's a taxing job. But if you're dedicated and it's your passion, it is manageable. So I'd say about to 9.
Next question is from Guna, who asks Hazel, why does your son scare you so much?
Well, he's terrifying. He lacks empathy and care for everyone and stares at his little wall all day. It seems like he's up to something. I'm terrified to know what. He's incredibly secretive.
Next question is from Guna Knows again, who asks Shard, why are your spikes so long? I said to cease questioning of my cheek fur, so offenders shall be prosecuted. I will make sure to arrest this nose. Next question is from Guna again, who asks me, are you at all related to Shard? Do you find joy in making friends? No to both. Next question is from this nose again. The nose asks, Lukas, when did you find out you were gay?
I found out when I started liking Sirus. I'm over him now, damn it.
What is a gay?
Me.
Next question's from SliceOfLife R2 Oami. Which student do you hate the most? What do you plan on doing when you retire? Will you miss any person in the school? What subjects do you teach?
The student I hate the most is Sirus. He's annoying and constantly causes commotion. When I retire, I plan to live peacefully, as far away from the kids as possible. The only one I'll miss when I retire is maybe Leon. None of those damn brats, though. And to answer what I teach biology.
Next question is from the nose, who asks Leon, did you ever find out Sirus got super high in your class? I do not understand this. Did Sirus climb a ladder? How did he increase his altitude in a classroom?
Geez, kid, even I'm more cultured than you. But yeah, it's kind of something I'm used to with Sirus.
Next question is from the nose to Leon. Are you friends with Oami?
Yeah, we're friends. He's grumpy, but we keep each other sane in this chaotic school.
Next question is from Mr. Zeek to anyone. What are your opinions on humans?
Who said humans?
Give the chainsaw back, madam.
Not till all the humans are slain!
I think we now know Midnight's opinion on Homo sapiens. Next commoner, I demand you help me retrieve my chainsaw. This is not my problem, Shard. It is now. Okay, Lukas. You can read this question while I grab the chainsaw from your mother.
Next question is from Happytexans7, who asks, Velvet, how do you manage your cult? I mean, society?
Mocking my lovely society, I see. Well, it's not too hard to run my kingdom, honestly. Though I do not put most of the work in. I'm mostly the one who decides on laws and makes public speeches. I don't do much else, as I have many helpers. It does get stressful from time to time, though.
Okay, I am back. Give me that, Lukas. Next question is from Happytexans7 again, who asks Igneous. What is your relationship with the Queen?
The Queen? Oh, we're the best of friends. If I'm being honest, though, I think she's incredibly stupid.
Next question from Happy to Igneous again is, how do you feel about Jasmine?
I hate her. She's always giving me weird looks, like she's on to me. She's never said anything, though, and she'd better keep it that way.
The last question from Happy is to Andesite. Do you feel totally fine after being frozen like that, or were there any side effects?
Honestly, I feel pretty wonky. I've been pretty groggy and exhausted, but apparently they invented something called caffeine since then, which is amazing, by the way. But, you know, it's getting better. I also feel pretty cold, but that's getting fixed too, which is nice, because I hate being cold. You know, they stuck me in a freezer even though I was kicking and screaming, but, you know, anyway, I'll be okay.
Next questions are from Eclipse to Andesite. How much torture is it to be related to Igneous? Also, what is it like kinda skipping through time in a way? Anyone you cared about die in that time. What do you think about having a cult of worshippers, pretty much?
Oh, yeah, that's a lot of questions. Well, I mean, to at least answer the first one about being related to Igneous, oh, yeah, that's not very fun. You know, I try to be pretty nice. I don't really hate many cats, but like, whoa, boy, when I say I hate her worse than I hate the cold, all right? It's bad. So, you know, and God, just absolute hell to grow up with. Like, I'm just glad I'm not there anymore. You know, as far as skipping through time, it's pretty freaking weird. There's new faces, new things, new contraptions that they call them. Anyway, you know, it's been wacky. It's been very wacky, physically and mentally both. It's a lot to process, and I'm honestly still just a little bit freaked out, and I feel like I'm rambling, but as far as anyone I cared about, well, I mean, I had a lot of people that I lost back in the day, but, you know, that's everyone. Pretty much everyone I knew, including... What? I'm not allowed to say my own mother's name?
No, you are not. Spoilers.
Okay, then. I'll just pretend that I know what that means, but anyway, to answer the last question, I don't know. I honestly don't really like this worshipping thing. It's weird. I didn't expect it. I mean, you guys try being called a god. It's freaking weird. I don't like it. They just they insist on treating me like some kind of king, and they pamper me, and they do all this weird stuff. They bring me presents, they kneel, they bow their heads, they call me my liege, they call me sire, they call me sir. It's very, very weird. I don't like that. I insist on being treated like everybody else. But no, apparently I'm a god just for being the first Crimson Eye and for being frozen.
GG Emblem asks everyone, what do you feel about the ships?
Everyone? Oh, so I think you mean me? What the hell is wrong with you people? Why are you shipping me with an emotionless dude and an asshole? Seriously? I do not feel that way about Sirus or Moss. Wait, who the hell is Green Dude? I hate this. I hate these ships. I hate it. I hate it. Oh, I'm leaving. Goodbye. Goodbye. Bye-bye. See y'all.
Eclipse asks Igneous Ampersand Andesite, why don't you both make up and give a hug? If not, you have to wear a get-along shirt until you do.
Are you kidding me? Growing up with her was... She was abusive and horrible. The things that she would say, the things that she would do. I'm sorry, apparently I can't even say it. Why am I not allowed to say this?
Spoilers.
He's clearly being stupid like always. He's always been like this, don't worry, and you should ignore him, really. He's too far gone to mold into something acceptable to society.
Next questions from Eclipse are to Igneous. What is it like to be kind of frozen and then wake up years later? Anyone die in that period that you missed? Do you have a heart? Do you have your own cult of sheer eyes if Andy has his own cult of crimson eyes?
Oh, I felt a bit wonky for a bit after waking up from being frozen. But don't worry, it didn't take me long to remember why I'd been there, what my purpose was. And it was worth it. It was nice just strolling out, taking a deep breath, and not have, radioactive ash coming up my nose. Anyone I care about who died? No. There was others I knew, but they all died in a war because they were too weak to fight off some pesky Crimson Eyes, so, it's their own fault. On the site, I hope he's dead. I'd swear, if he comes back, and I have to deal with him again, after spending so long figuring out a way to trap him, forever. No, it's fine, Igneous. He's not coming back. I mean, he's pesky and probably would find some way to do that, but hey, we don't know. Anyway, do I have a heart? Of course! How stupid do you have to be to think I don't have a heart? What do you think's pumping my blood? God, is this what the new generation's like? All a bunch of idiots who don't know the basic anatomy. Jeez. Do I have my own cult? Well, I once had a cult. It was very nice, I started at the bottom, forced my way to the top. Yes, it was lovely getting to rule them until, like I said, they died by Crimson Eyes. But hey, it'd be nice to have them again. Thanks for reminding me of that thought. I'll definitely keep it in consideration.
Next question is to both Igneous and Andesite from Eclipse. Can you enlighten us a bit more on how you got your respective abilities as Sheer Eye and Crimson Eye?
Yeah, it was my mom.
That bitch.
Takes one to know one.
I do not think they are allowed to say much more. So next question, which is from this Eclipse again, to Igneous and Andesite. Any hobbies you guys like outside of your routines?
Oh, I'm too busy for hobbies. I mean, I'll have to spend my day helping Hazel out.
I was super busy before I got frozen, and now I'm trying to get adjusted, so not really.
Next question is to everyone.
So, me?
No, Lukas. Next question is to everyone. Lukas, how do you feel about the stuff he pulls?
He's super annoying. Stupid, wimpy. Yeah, I could go on.
He's kind of annoying if I'm being completely honest.
Fuck him!
Let us please be civil to Lukas. You may upset him. Oh, he is crying. Well, it seems that I was correct. Next question is from Eclipse to Midnight. We know about Braken's parents, but what were yours like?
Oh, they were really lovely. I really missed them. I barely got to know them before they were killed.
Next question. Oh. It is a demand from Eclipse for me to blep. I do not know what that means.
Oh, this is a blep. Blip.
Oh, okay. I shall replicate. There. Alright. Now for the next question from Eclipse to Midnight. What do you think of your old design? Also, a human voices you. Suffer.
Oh goodness, that is something. Also, what do you mean by a human voices me? That's a lie and I know it. My voice comes out of my mouth and that is all I need to know. Don't say that kind of bullshit again, you hear me?
Next question is not a question, but a demand for me to partake in a staring contest with Shard. I will win. I agree, so I am not going to try. Shard stays at walls all day. He is rather good at this. Next question is for Opal from Nose, who asks, what happened with you and Sirus when you walked him back to class when he got high?
Oh man, it was just very annoying. I had to constantly redirect him. He was all weird and said the craziest stuff, and overall it was just not much fun. So yeah, I don't really like Sirus.
Next question is to Flare from Eclipse. Why are you painting yourself?
Well, I did that back with Raven a lot because I wanted to hide my identity. And that's pretty much the only time I do it.
Next question is to Leon from Eclipse, who asks, what kind of curriculum do you guys teach? Could you tell us some stuff about the tpoath world? In parentheses, what are Lukas's grades?
Well, we try to make our courses interactive and efficient. We don't have a ton of homework so kids can focus more. But of course, if they're not dedicated like Sirus, then they aren't going to learn anything, will probably fail. For Lucas's grades, Lukas is a solid B student.
Next question. Oh, it appears we are done. Well, thank you peasants for participating in my experiment. I learned nothing. Goodbye.
And this last question is from the Dan Deceiver.
Hey Lukas, how does it feel being such a cool and handsome dude?
Oh, well, thank you, Mr. Deceiver. It's actually pretty tiresome being a cool dude sometimes. You know, being all handsome and strong. Oh, I don't want to flatter myself, but this is such a nice question. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for having me here. I am the best. Good night.
In my free time, I may or may not write fan fiction.
Hey, why wasn't I in the queue? Ah! What is that eraser? Holy shit!